I'm never gonna get used to the cold. A lot of people are like, oh, you New Englanders, you guys are used to the cold. I'm like, nope. I've been here for like my entire life and I still can't handle the cold. I just hate the feeling when it seeps into your bones and it just spreads around your entire body. Today on the agenda, we got legs. And legs is probably, actually most definitely, the most underlooked and hated body group in working out or bodybuilding. And I was definitely a victim of that when I first started working out. I used to hate hitting legs. I in fact would always skip legs. Like all my friends knew that I would skip legs. I would hit chest, back, shoulders, arms, and then when it would come to a leg day, I would sometimes go, but in the back of my head, I would be like, oh, this is like a built-in rest day. And even if I did hit legs, it would be a very sloppy workout. But just from hitting legs over time, found out legs is very important. In a bodybuilding context, it just makes your physique look immaculate. Who doesn't want big tree trunk legs? Some people say, oh, I just care about upper body. But I'm like, you know those memes you see of people, chicken legs, and they have a crazy upper body? Do you really want to look like that? I'm gonna be honest, I'm passing on that physique. Even if someone has a crazy upper body and their legs are skinny, non-existent, I think I'm passing on that. I'd rather be the guy with a decent upper body matching it with decent legs. And those people that say, oh, I just care about the upper body, you're missing out on a lot of upper body gains too if you don't hit legs. Like if you think about it, your legs are the foundation of your body. Kind of like being an architect. They plan on structuring a building based on the foundation. If the foundation isn't there, there's no point worrying about how tall the building's gonna be, what size it's gonna be. So similarly to your physique or just hitting the gym, and if you work on your legs and develop your legs, you'll be able to hit your upper body a lot better. 99% of movements that you're doing in the gym requires you to plant your legs down and have a good foundation, and that's how you're gonna exceed your strength goals and get those reps in when you're hitting certain workouts. A lot of people that don't hit legs, they plateau on the bench or they struggle hitting big weights on the bench and their legs cramp up, and it's like, bro, you're just not hitting legs. That's the limitation that you're putting on yourself when you're not hitting legs. And just outside of bodybuilding, they say like, you know, hitting legs boosts your testosterone. I can attest to that. Like after a really good leg day, you just feel so much more masculine. You feel like you can go and just demolish a bear. And also for athletic purposes, you need your legs to be able to jump, sprint, and run. And actually, I've seen for myself that even though I don't train to be an athlete, my hops increased. I could run pretty fast. And overall, my athletic abilities were just better. And also, a lot of people, they don't want to admit that hitting legs are just hard. They just make an excuse that, oh, I care about upper body, like hitting legs are a waste of time. Like, why would I waste 2 hours hitting legs when I could hit chest? But in reality, hitting legs is a lot harder and hitting any other muscle group. So for those of you out there that neglect your legs, this is the year that you guys are gonna change. For those of you that have never hit legs, you guys should obviously go and warm up to the feeling and the movement and all that. But overall, there's 3 different attitudes of hitting legs. The first group, they don't hit legs at all. They think it's a waste of time. Like I mentioned earlier, that's their logic. The second group of people, they do hit legs, but it's like the sloppiest workout of the week. They go in, barely go reps beyond when they start to feel that burn, and just get out of the gym as quickly as they can, and they say, I hit legs. And the third group of people are the ones that actually hit legs with intensity and purpose and make sure that they leave the gym being content with their leg workout. And that kind of goes into like, how intense should your workouts be? A lot of people don't understand, or they ask me, what is actual like failure? Like, how do I know I hit a set till failure? Just to like summarize it, I'll speak on this in a later video. A lot of people think that once they feel that burn, that's when they stop. But that is nowhere near failure. That burn is just a lactic acid buildup in your muscles due to there being a lack of oxygen. That burn is just a good indicator that you're targeting that muscle group. So if you're trying to hit biceps and you feel a burn in your biceps, that's good. That means you're hitting it in that spot. But if you're trying to hit biceps and you feel it in your shoulders, that means there's something wrong with the movement and you're straying away from hitting your biceps and you're actually hitting shoulders. So that's a good indicator of what muscle group you're actually hitting as opposed to what you want to hit. Till failure means that you keep going until you know you only have 1 rep left or you have no reps left. And even exaggerating that a little more is what I do in my workouts, is when I do those partial reps, or if you have a spotter, just help them spot you, help you, and just push those reps out. That's like going beyond failure. Those are the 3 attitudes towards legs. And I recommend all of you guys to not be the first to. Go to the gym and make sure that you put as much as intensity you put in your chest days, your shoulder days, your arm days, your back days, into your legs. Your strength in all other areas will go up, and that will result in you looking fuller and bigger. So it's counterintuitive to think that by not hitting legs, you're gonna build a bigger upper body. But yeah, we're almost at the gym, and I'll see you guys there. All right, so first workout, basic leg extensions. I'm gonna do like 3 working sets over here. Alright, so then I'm gonna do single leg drop set. I'm gonna jump into the hip abduction machine. Only 3 sets here, very light. I don't consider these working sets. These are just warm-up sets to warm up the hips for squats or a leg press or anything that requires hip mobility. I only range from like 100 to 130 pounds, and I just go till I feel a slight burn. I don't want to fatigue my hips. I just want to open up my hip for better mobility. All right, so for the heavy exercise today, I'm going to be doing something a little fancy. Well, really not that fancy. It's a closed stance heel elevated Smith machine squat. It's pretty basic. You just put a platform there or like a 45 plate. You just elevate your heels so your toes are touching the ground. Have a closed stance, and then you just squat. So I'm gonna drop set that. All right, so I'm hitting these for a total of 3 working sets. Alright, so we just finished up with our quad, and then we're gonna hit hamstrings next. I'm gonna hit 3 working sets of the seated leg curl. Alright, 3 more working sets of single hamstring curls. Whenever I'm doing a unilateral movement, I always start with the weaker side, go till failure, and then match with my stronger side. So we're gonna start off with the left leg. So the last exercise we have are some calf raises. My goal for this year is to focus a little bit more on my calves. I just go till it burns. I don't really care about a weight. If it's too easy, I add on some weight. If it's too hard, take some weight off. But rep range anywhere around like 15 to 20. Alright, so that concludes today's leg workout. That second half of the workout was grueling. I felt drained. I didn't have that much energy. I pushed through it, alhamdulillah. Like all my workouts, it really just goes by like how I feel at the beginning of the workout, and that basically structures how the rest of the workout is gonna go. So overall, the pump was really good. If you guys haven't tried that close stance heel elevated Smith machine squat, that really targets your quads. The first half of the workout, we hit around 6 working sets for my quad, and then the second half was another 6 working sets for my hamstrings, and then we ended it off with 4 pumping sets for my calves. So I'm actually starving right now. I'm gonna go home, drink a protein shake, and then probably make some chicken and rice. In future videos, I'm gonna talk more about my diet, how I'm cutting, because a lot of people do ask me, how do I lose body fat? How do I bulk up? And all these dieting questions. And dieting is pretty simple once you get the hang of it, but there is a learning curve. But once you just do it for a while and kind of force yourself to remember to do it, it's simple after that. However, diet is the most important factor of how your physique is going to look. So if you want to bulk up, you need to be in a surplus of calories. If you want to cut down, you need to be in a deficit. So a lot of people get confused with all the numbers, carbs, fats, and proteins. It's really not that hard. At least the minimum for those of you guys who don't track your macros, you guys should at least start tracking your macros. That's the first step. So if you watch this video, I want you guys to start tracking your macros. Just get in the habit of tracking what you're eating that day, and do that for a couple weeks. You'll start to understand what you're consuming on a regular basis. And after that, you could add on adjusting your macros and then being in a deficit or surplus. But yeah, for now, just start off calculating what you're eating every single day. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, share this video. Also comment if you guys tried that Smith machine squat, and let me know how that feels.